Hi, my name is Liz Hicks and I'm with Tattered Angels, and we're excited to be here with Archivers today. Today we're going to be demoing with some Glimmer Mist as well as some of our really cool product. First, I'm going to go ahead and take our gold Glimmer Mist. Now let me tell you just a little bit about Glimmer Mist. Glimmer Mist is a water and dye-based product that has a wonderful little glimmer on the bottom. What makes our product so unique is that we have so many different colors of glimmer that match with the dye. If you look here on the back label, we start these all off white and we mist them to match exactly what's inside of the bottle. Because Glimmer Mist is a water and dye-based product, it is 95% water, so it'll wash out of anything. Your clothes, your kids, your hands, whatever you get it on, it'll wash out. What you're going to want to do in order to shake up that glimmer, just wake it up on the bottom. You can tap it a little bit, and then you're just going to want to twirl as opposed to shaking it up and down. When you twirl it, what happens is that this just lets the glimmer wake up and gets it nice and evenly distributed. You don't want to shake it up and down really hard because that'll go ahead and create a lot of bubbles and could potentially cause a clogging in your sprayer, as well as uneven spraying. In order to get a nice even spray with your Glimmer Mist, what you're going to go ahead and do is just start your spray off of your project and let all of the air bubbles out of your sprayer and onto your mat, and let the tail end of your spray just swipe over your page. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and start off my mat or off of my project, and then just let the tail end just layer and layer and layer. And you can see, rather than spraying a concentrated, if I were to spray close, you can see I get that really big, uneven kind of spray. If I wanted it to be light, I could do that just by sweeping my spray. And you can see over here, there are all of my big droplets that are off of my project and now onto my mat. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and take our gold and just go ahead and completely saturate. Another great way of getting an even covering is to go ahead and saturate your page. You can see I just have big, big puddles of Glimmer Mist on here. I'm going to saturate it and then take paper towels and wipe up the excess moisture. I'm just going to go ahead and start from the middle and push out, and this will go ahead and pick up all the excess moisture off of my page, making it ready and even colored to work with. And you can see here a darker color such as Tiger Lily will give you that nice punch of color, but yet give you a subtle glimmer to your project. And our next step is our two-step stamping process. What I'm going to do is take a pre-die-cutted piece of paper that actually has been designed to coordinate with our large grand scale stamps. Our grand scale stamps actually are a really good size that come with reinforced packaging that make it so that you don't need a stamp block. You simply just peel your stamp off, put it on the back side of the packaging, put your ink on your stamp, and then stamp it onto your project. I have one here ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and take, you can see this stamp has been previously enjoyed many times. I'm going to go ahead and take my ink and just press it down onto my stamp. And I'm using a VersaFine ink, which is a water-safe ink. You can use a water-safe ink for stamping if you're going to mist on top of it. That way your image is nice and crisp. If you're not going to be misting on top of it, if you're going to mist first and then stamp, then you can go ahead and use any type of ink that you like. Now this doesn't have to line up exactly, but you get the idea. What I've done is just taken my big stamp off, put it on the other side of my packaging, and now I'm using this as my stamp block. And there's my image. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and go over it with gold. And you can see here I have one already misted and stamped. What we're going to do to just give it another added depth, we're going to take our coordinating screens. All of our stamps coordinate with screens so that you can get that added effect to where you get that depth. And then I'm just going to take a darker color than the gold that I used. I think I will take suede here. It's a beautiful brown with a golden glimmer. Again, I'm just going to wake up that glimmer. And then again, starting from the outside, I'm going to spray in, and I'm committing to my spray. That means I'm going to let the whole thing spray from start to finish of my spray. And I'm about 6 to 8 inches, just applying a nice fine mist over my screen. And there you go. Now you can see that beautiful triple layered with the gold on the bottom, the suede that's been misted on the screen, and then our stamp on top. And now you can see I have this beautiful glimmer that I don't want to waste that's on my screen. I'm just going to take that gold sheet that I had misted earlier, and take the glimmer from my screen and now transfer it onto my page by just flipping it over misted side down and transferring the glimmer mist from my screen onto my project. I have one already completed there. Here's a great technique with using our frame font alpha chips. They're a really nice ivory base, which means whenever you mist on it, you'll get the exact color that's inside of your bottle. As well, because it has an eggshell finish, the glimmer mist will not puddle on top or it won't soak in immediately. So you have a little bit of time to go ahead and make some techniques with it. They also are nesting within each other, so you get the frame plus the positive and the negative letter to work with, which equals out to 108 pieces per package. So I'm going to go ahead and take my chip, and what I'm going to do is put a nice light fine misting coating on top of my chip, and to achieve this I'm going to be about, I'd say about 6 to 8 inches across, and I'm not really worried too much about how much mist I get on my chip. It's more or less the mist around that I'm worried about. I really want that to be a fine mist. I'm going to take my chip out, take a paper towel, give it a nice dab, dry that top layer, and because our chips are embossed, what I'm going to do is take my chip, put it face down onto a clean part of my mat. I'm just going to go ahead and use this so that it doesn't go to waste. And what this is going to do is it's going to gather small increments of glimmer onto my chip and allowing to highlight all of that beautiful embossing that is on my chip. You can see that instead of just rubbing an ink pad over my chip that would matte the color, this is actually applying a really beautiful concentrated portion of glimmer onto my actual chip. As well, our chips are self-adhesive, so you can go ahead, take off the white protective coating in the back and expose the adhesive and glue it down to your project. Another cool thing about Glimmer Mist is that you can spray just about anything with Glimmer Mist. Because it's a water and dye-based product, it will dry on anything. A great technique that we love to do is to actually spray some flowers with our Glimmer Mist, customizing them to our project. You can spray flowers, lace, chipboard, cardboard, cardstock, just about anything you can Glimmer Mist. I'm going to go ahead and take this brick, and I'm actually going to go ahead and take some tweezers and hold them down so that these guys don't go flying. But you can see how I can just go ahead and alter flowers to match my project. With Glimmer Mist, the possibilities are endless in what you can mist and what you can create. You're only limited by your own creativity. So here's our final project. We're using all the techniques that we've done here today. You have your misted background with your positive image of your screen, plus our grand scale stamps and screen sets, our misted flowers, our chipboard, plus a little sample of our bingo boards. It just shows you all the different opportunities that you have within your bottle of Glimmer Mist. And again, you're only limited to your own creativity.